catch up. Like, I think Stacey had like 7 vodka on the rocks in a matter of like 35 minutes or something. Not that I'm counting because I'm a total alkie, but I was like, girlfriend seemed beyond sober. I'm like, I got to take a page out of your book. Like, Kim D has 2 drinks and she's literally falling down in the street. No joke. The woman falls in the street. She doesn't know what day it is after her 2 drinks. This Stacey, I was like, this bitch has a hollow leg.
Oh my God. I love it. I mean, that's coming from you. And I mean, Mr. Yontef is out. I mean, oh my God. You partied with some of the best on TLC. I mean,
I was like, Sarah is going to be so proud of me. I'm like, if this, like, I didn't even know who these people, I mean, of course I know Darcy and Stacey, like I've heard of them, of course, but I was like, she kept saying, listen, if I come on the show, I'm not going to be able to give you that much. I'm like, honey, I know how to do a pre-season interview. Don't worry. I don't want any spoilers. Trust me, we got a lot more we're going to talk about. So let's see if it happens. She DM'd me. I have 3 DMs from her that are unread. I don't know what they say. I haven't gotten to that yet.
I love it. Well, I was doing a car ride from LA to San Fran and back, and I listened to your full Jerry Springer interview, and it was so good. I love your interview style.
I love Jerry Springer. I love him.
It was so good. Well, I do too, because he just gives so much insight, I think, into television. And I don't know, but also I really hate him because I cannot understand people who did not intend to be famous and then like fame just finds that. It's just like the most irritating thing.
But those are like the most authentic ones.
Because they don't care, right? They don't care. They're like perfectly fine to go back to their life if they're not famous. Like, to me, he was perfectly fine being a news anchor for 10 years in Chicago, former mayor, like lawyer. He would have been fine to go back and just be a lawyer and could have cared. And yet he's a complete television icon.
I think Jerry is an icon.
He is. Oh my God. I mean, think about that. Like, think about one, will we ever have a talk show like that again? I think we will. But 2, yeah, because everything's cyclical. And I think it was a form of entertainment. And like Jerry said on your interview, these were people who, went to the website, went to the TV show, put themselves on TV, wanted to fight with their friends and their family. And, they just sort of upped the ante by allowing the audience to kind of bum rush the stage or whatever. And so, yeah, I mean, I think people would watch. People will watch anything if you are willing to take a stance and say, I don't give a fuck what you think. Like, this is the show. Of course, you need a network or you don't. You put it on YouTube.
There could be like a modern day Jerry Springer, which, I mean, listen, he said it. I mean, I still think we wouldn't have all these housewives and we wouldn't be talking about any of this, which we're about to talk about, without Jerry. So
yeah, you're right. I love it. So anyway,
what the hell? Do you know where I want to start? Because I can't bring myself to read these articles. So I need what is going on with Erika and these earrings? Like, I don't even understand. Like, I'm just like, does anyone care? And why are they not the real earrings? And what is going on, Sarah?
Well, okay, here's what I decipher from our guy, Ronald Richard, who is an attorney, who has an interesting backstory himself. In backstory, I mean, he used to be married to the woman who was Donald Trump's, treasurer. And she got into a lot of trouble because when her husband, I'm killing the names. Anyway, Google Ronald Richard. He has a little bit
Richards, yeah. I mean, he's the one this is his new life's work. He's been on the case since day one.
Correct. And he has a little like pop culture crossover himself. Anyhow, he went on over the week and basically says that EJ, what I decipher from it, because it was very, very confusing, is that Erika turned over a different set of GIA, which is just a term for certified diamonds, to the trustees than the actual $750,000 earrings. Okay. So my thing is, I think what I'm understanding is 2 things are true. I think the earrings that we saw her wear in Aspen, are the ones that she turned over, right, to the trustees. I don't think those are actually the earrings, believe it or not. Okay. I think those are another set of earrings that, again, breaking down Ronald's tweets, they had a home robbery invasion in 2007, and some earrings valued at about $250,000-300,000 were stolen. Then in like 2009, Tom Girardi replaces those. Okay, so my understanding is I have no idea what they look like, but she turned those over to the trustees, okay? And those are the ones that are being auctioned off. But the ones that we keep hearing about, these $1.4 million, are actually something different. Does that make sense?
It makes sense, but it just, I mean, look, I didn't read this because I'm like, I don't even fucking care anymore, but it goes to the whole like, what? Like, this is where you get yourself in trouble. It's the same thing of like, overshare people when you're involved in a fucking lawsuit. Like, was that disclosed, or is Ronald Richards just like discovering this? Like, was she trying to be shady in this? Because then, you know, now then I might start turning on Erika over here again. Do you know what I mean? Like,
problem with Ronald's, okay, I think Ronald, my personal opinion is Ronald is no dummy. I think Ronald is planting these things to just to continue to make her character look, look, I could be totally, you know, I'm an EJ fan. But what bothers me about this is if you go to his Twitter and you look under after he puts this, people are like, so wait a second, are you saying that the earrings she wore in Aspen are different than the $1.4 million ones or 750,000? And he goes, I think so, but I'm not sure yet. You know, to me, he's just dropping this nugget, which I'm sure is true in the sense that she turned over these earrings. Okay.
And that's why, like, because the whole thing is at auction, they were valued at less, which I think is what raised this whole thing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it was appraised at like 250. So that's when I guess Ronald said, how is that possible? Which I agree. I mean, an auction house is great at appraising. That's what they do.
I mean, now, you know, then he tweeted on November 23rd, Erika Jayne is being accused of a $750K earring mix-up as attorney alleges she gave Tom Girardi's bankruptcy trustees a different pair. Okay, mix-up meaning what? That she intentionally did it or didn't? That's why I feel like this is just like, we're putting this out there and it could be a mistake. It could not. Like, it just, I don't know. I don't make much of this aside from obviously he's representing the trustees. And I feel like he's going to do everything, you know, in the public opinion arena, as well as, of course, the law to like discredit she and Tom, because obviously they want to get the most money.
Yeah. So I mean, I agree, but I don't even understand then what all that means. Like, I mean, I understand what it means, but then what? Like, is that okay? Are we auctioning these off? Have we forgotten about the original earrings? I mean, again, I just go to like.
He goes on to say in his tweets, I'm sure there's a good explanation for this, referring to Erika's mix-up. What do you think? This is what he's asking all of us on Twitter. Receipts will be posted later today. We tried to dumb this down as you always request, so we are holding off on the receipts until we get a consensus.